I think I'll start out by saying they might be too tired to talk, but really proud of the crowd, the effort. I thought obviously shorthanded without LJ and without Adam. I thought everybody really stepped up, and we had a nice six-man rotation going right there. And I thought the guys stayed out of foul trouble, were aggressive, really locked in on the defensive end, were really good defensively, and we were really good when we got stops getting out in transition. So really credit them, and lucky they're young so they can recover quick.
Scott, can you talk about the way these two guys stepped up specifically as freshmen?
Yeah, I think, Big 12's an adjustment, and I've said this several times that this year it's more an adjustment for freshmen than any other year because you have more fifth-year and sixth-year guys. A lot of teams, their top six rotation are seniors, fifth-year and sixth-year guys. So it's even a more adjustment for them, and they've done a great job and efficient. But I love both of them, 7 assists, 2 turnovers. Both of them were very good from the field. 11 for 20 and made the free throws. And defensively, that's been the thing we've been most pleased with is just how they have picked up the scheme, how they've been able to be effective and efficient on the defensive end.
Jeremy, did you come into today knowing you guys, 6 guys are going to play a lot of minutes and that you had to really step up?
Yeah, definitely. We've been inconsistent since the last time we played TCU, so we just went in with a growth mindset and stayed positive, and our key was to be the toughest team, and I think we did that for most of the game.
Jeremy, what were you seeing out there? You looked really aggressive, especially backing into the paint. What were you kind of seeing from TCU?
Yeah, I was just trying to make an advantage for myself and my teammates. I think they were a good defensive team, and I think we just exploited them.
Kendall, it seemed like the goal today offensively was just to force it inside, just keep throwing the ball inside. Was that kind of the thing y'all were doing?
Yeah, I would say, but we had a lot of advantages with a lot of players. So we have great players, and we know what they can do. So when we just give them the opportunity, they go and make the play.
So just how tired are you guys?
a little bit.
You had 5 assists, probably 2 or 3 of them were to Jeremy. Y'all share the ball real well, don't you think, between the two of you guys?
Yeah, it got just a little connection,
Is there?
Roommate connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of look at each other like that when who didn't do the dishes. Right?
I do it most of the time.
He doesn't.
Scott,
Ryder's missed several games. Do you think he's going to come back, or are you thinking he might?
We don't know yet, so we'll have more information next week or so probably.
Scott, you guys managed to play really good defense without getting into foul trouble. How key was that?
It's really important. These guys can really guard, and you need them out on the court. I thought when Kendall picked up his third, he was really efficient and effective, doing his work early, moving his feet, and being able to play. And I think as Jeremy and the guys have gone deeper in the conference, they've gotten more and more used to what and how things are called.
Coach, with JTT obviously on the side, he still has an impact on the game. So what did you see how he affected the game, even though he wasn't physically in the game?
It's a good question. How's having John around affect you two?
He affects me a lot. He's a big presence even when he's not playing. He's very positive, and even this morning he texts us to just be positive and just be grateful. So he's really important for us, and it's a shame he wasn't out there, but he's still with us.
Yeah, his presence is huge. His smile, it's contagious, and his energy. When you see him, it's always up. He's never down. So when we see him, it's just great to be around him.
Yeah, he's an energy giver. He's one of those guys when he walks in a room, he's always smiling. It makes everyone feel better. He cares about other people. So it was great having him.
Jeremy, obviously you got hurt in that last game against TCU, missed the game. Where do you feel like you are in your recovery from that? Do you feel like you're kind of back to where you need to be?
Yeah, I'm definitely recovering still. I think it's a long process, but I'm at a point where I'm feeling good, and I just want to do anything for my team and just play the hardest I can.
Kendall, how difficult is that to keep playing aggressive defense, knowing that you guys can't really get in foul trouble?
Yeah, it's a little tricky, but we play aggressive, and like if we want to win, that's how we're gonna have to play on defense. But shorthanded, so just we had to play with our hands up, and if we got a foul, then we just gotta go on to the next play.
Scott, along those lines, 20 points off of turnovers. Was there an emphasis on getting out and running when you got those live ball turnovers today?
Well, I think every coach wants to get out and get in transition. The key is getting the stops to do it. But we got multiple guys who can play really well in space and in transition. So that's always a strength for us. And again, first half we were able to get out more because we got more stops.
Scott, with that 6-man basically rotation, have you had a lot of practice time with just kind of that 6?
We haven't had a lot of practice time because you're playing and moving on. I mean, the last day we practiced, we lost Mitch to a dislocated foot, and playing one-on-one with the GA afterwards, we lost. He's out for indefinitely, so 6 weeks or something to recover from his foot, and then other walk-on got injured as well, Kajana. So. I don't even know how he got injured.
It's crazy.
Anyway, a bad mojo going on right now in the Farrell. But it's a little bit like the book of Gideon in the Bible too. So I mean, people keep dropping off, and these guys keep persevering, and we play the culture of joy, and I mean it's God's platform, and these guys have honored it.
Coach, is it going to be hard? I mean, you're hitting the road for a game in 48 hours from now. All these guys just played all these minutes. How do you make sure they're going to be ready to go?
Well, I could ask them, would you rather practice or play in Big Monday? And I think the answer is unanimous, Big Monday, so let's go.
Sir.
What do you see out of Oklahoma State just with a quick turnaround?
Well, I think we saw enough on the first time we played them. So Coach Boyden does a great job. They're really athletic, really can get after you defensively. They turned us over, got a lot of easies. So we got to play a lot better. Obviously, they handed it to us first time.
Scott, we all know how good the Big 12 is, but how many teams do you think, as 2 weeks left in the regular season, just should be NCAA tournament caliber? And do you think TCU's kind of deserves to be in that mix?
What's so great about the Big 12 is everybody can prove their worth in the non-conference. And you look at TCU, they're definitely an NCAA tournament team based on their non-conference resume. In conference, you're going to have in a 10-team league, someone's going to finish at the bottom, someone in the middle, someone at the top. It doesn't mean if you finish in the middle or the bottom that you're not an NCAA tournament team. What I've shared with our guys and our staff, I mean, this is something we keep reminding each other. Every game's an NCAA tournament game. Because literally every team, and Oklahoma State can't go to the tournament, but, I mean, the net rating proves it. The analytics prove it. I mean, TCU is a top 30 defense in the country. They've had some great wins. Coach Dixon does a great job. So, like everybody, I think everybody's a little banged up, and this is where you show your heart, your toughness, your character, show how much you love each other. And I was proud of the guys, how they did that today.
Jeremy, what does it say about this team? Y'all have had so many injuries that you're right there in the Big 12 race. Y'all still have a shot to win the title.
Right. I think it shows a lot. And just imagine if we had a full team, but it is what it is, and we can't change it. So we just got to go through it and persevere with the adversity.
College game day coming back to Waco. Scott, what does that mean for this program, and how do you keep the focus on Monday before looking ahead to something like that?
No, yeah, I mean, Big Monday's a great opportunity. I mean, there's no problem being focused for that. As far as the following week, I mean, College Game Day's a tremendous honor to have them here. It says a lot for the program, a lot for the fans, administration, and how they take care of the College Game Day people. Last time was one of the best atmospheres ever. Didn't like the outcome, but the outcome was really good. So hopefully we can have everything be a little bit better, because coaches always want to improve, and then have a better outcome, and then we'll go from there.
You know, that was so long ago. Do you remember much about that Oklahoma State game? And maybe, if nothing else, just how much it hurt to lose another home game?
Yeah, we definitely remember that, and it's not a good feeling the way how we started. But we just gotta get back to work, and when we play them again, it should be a different outcome.
How tough is that turnaround? Like we were talking about, I mean, y'all go on the road, play 2 days from now.
Yeah, you know, people are a little sore, this and that, but we know that we got a big game coming up, so we're just going to fight through it and just do what we do.
I mean, AAU, they're playing 4 games in 2 days, so I mean, hey, they're good.
Yeah.
We love basketball, so we good.
Yeah.
Scott, you know, the players have talked about the resiliency and you have. What about your staff? I mean, to never know who's going to be able to be available. How about the grind that they're on?
I definitely think, I mean, Dave's been working overtime. I don't think he's clocked out a day yet. So can't thank him enough, Dr. Gillum, for getting x-rays, MRIs, keeping guys updated. And then the staff, I mean, normally you go into game with one game plan. We kind of have 2 or 3 or 4 ready just in case. So staff's done a great job. But when you have guys that smile, happy, excited to play, it makes it a lot easier.
I'm gonna be real with you. It's frustrating because I know how much potential as a team we have, and I know how much each individual cares about this program. And not even the players. We could go down the list. We could talk about the coaches. We could talk about the managers, the GAs. I know how much each individual cares about this program. So it's really frustrating right now because it's not showing on the court. And I keep saying this in the past press conference, and I'm sorry for repeating myself, but we got to find a reason on how to get better. We got to find something within ourselves. Each individual, we got to find our why. Each individual has to look in the mirror and find their why. Like my why is my family, my mom, my brothers, and I think down the list, we just have to find our why because this is a great league. Like I said, I keep saying this, but this is some great teams we're playing against, and no team's just going to bend over and give us a win. And we can't keep coming down, starting each game coming down. We just need to up the intensity, 1 through 12 throughout the team.
Micah, when you saw they were without Flagler and Cryer, 2 of their leading scorers, I mean, do you feel like this is a great opportunity for you all to make a statement for March Madness and whatnot?
I didn't know those 2 players weren't going to play this game. Honestly, if they were playing, I thought we were going to win this game. Yeah, so we just were trying to lock in, and it didn't happen. But you got to come out the next game and be ready to play.
Man, when you talk about how frustrating it is, you guys have a stretch of games where you guys don't have time to stop and think about
Exactly.
it. Talk about trying to, and both y'all address this, how do you kind of get yourself not only prepared for the stretch, knowing what you've got to do?
You know, we play Monday against West Virginia. We can't view them as any other team that's less than us because, like I said, each team is a great team. We have to attack early. I think starting now, before we get on the bus, we have to address the issue. As a team, collectively, we have to get together, talk about what's going around, and talk about how we can fix things.
Micah, today was probably your best scoring day of the year. What were you feeling, and do you feel like that's something you're going to be looking to contribute more on that side of the floor as the season goes on?
Yeah, I just feel like I've been letting my team down for the whole year, honestly, just not being aggressive. So that's just something I need to bring to the table, and I'm going to continue to bring to the table, is just keep attacking and just do what my team needs me to do so we can, get to the March Madness and do what we're supposed to do.
And you touched on it. They obviously started fast, and it looked like you guys had kind of a rash of turnovers early on. I mean, what is the key to starting fast?
I think we need to be composed from the tip-off, not before the tip-off. When we're in the locker room, when we're on the bus heading to the arena, I think we just have to stay composed. And then there'd be stretches where we go on a run, and then they'll answer right back. And I think during those key moments is where we have to dig deep as a team because we're never going to get back unless we get stops. So I think during those stretches, that's where it matters the most.
Manuel, even without JTT, Baylor has a lot of guys. Jeremy
Yeah.
Matthew Meyer, Kendall Brown, who are big but can move the floor. How hard are they to score on?
These are great players. And even better than that, this is a great team. And we're not going to beat a great team by playing individually, by playing by ourselves. To beat a great team, we have to be the better team. And I think for this game, they were the better team in all aspects. They weren't shooting the ball well, but they were disciplined, and they played hard. They played harder than us, and that's what we have to do next against West Virginia.
Anything else for these guys? I know you touched on it, but for both of y'all, how important is Monday's game?
Yeah.
it's just as important as any game, but so we need to win. So it's really important. We need to win. So,
All right, well, congratulations to Baylor. Obviously, they had a few guys out. Eddie seems to be okay. I asked him about our guys. You know, our guys, and we had a number of guys that sat out practice these last couple of days, and Eddie, I think I was obviously very concerned, but he said he wanted to play in the second half, and he seemed to feel better, but we kind of erred on the side of caution there, based on what I had seen and what we had gone through. So he seems to feel like he's okay, but we'll see going forward here. But you know, certainly we're disappointed how we played. We haven't played well really the last 3 games, and that's the situation we're at. I don't think we're getting enough done in practice as far as able to simulate because of our lack of bodies. And I think it's carrying over into the game. So, you know, we somehow I say, well, we got to get healthy and get them out there. But we obviously have a game on Monday and have a big stretch coming up. You know, they're playing really 6 guys in this game. So get somebody in foul trouble. Well, we clearly didn't do that. They got to the line, 29 times. We got to the line 11. I think a couple of them were at the end of the game there. So, you know, nothing we tried. We tried to press, tried to get them in foul trouble. Couldn't do it. You know, those are so that's on me. I got to get that message across, and we got to execute better. Our defense was really bad. We didn't guard the penetration well. Kenjo, who's a tough guard, there's no question, but I thought that they got in the lane too from Brown and Sochan too, which really hurt us. So I'm disappointed how we played. We're obviously not playing as good as we were playing earlier, and we have to affect that. But I hope Eddie's fine. I hope he's come back. We obviously need him, and certainly a disappointing game for us, and certainly not the way we want to do. We got to get more free throws than our opponents, and we weren't even close. And I guess they'd be, if you look at it, they had 16 outscores by 16 more at the free throw line than we got, and that's obviously the difference in a 10-point game.
Jamie, you mentioned the guys not practicing. Was that more just caution because you guys
their choice?
The game for 14
their
days?
choice.
Okay. Well, Jay, I know they're obviously number 7 in the country, reigning national champs, but did you feel like this is a good opportunity for y'all, especially when 2 of their leading scorers are?
I mean, we didn't know until right before the game time, so it wasn't like we had anything, that had a time to sit down and have a feeling session about it. So, I mean, I thought as a team we were going to be better. I keep believing this team will be better than our based on our last performance. I went back, we didn't play as well, but we got the loss at home, which was obviously a hard one for us. But we did out rebound by a good number. We took care of the basketball. We just didn't make any shots. So you go in thinking hopefully that you can make some shots and do some of those other things and keep them to a low percentage, which what we did. But we didn't do it against these guys. And their penetration killed us. Constantly got in the lane, and the things we did. We got some steals on the press, but they just kept getting to the free throw line. And when they're playing 6 guys, it's the obvious thing to do, and we didn't get them in foul trouble.
Jamie, really from start to finish, anytime you guys kind of got some pushback, got a run going, they would answer right away. How frustrating is that?
Well, I mean, I think our turnovers early were the first thing that really stood out. I mean, I thought that was problematic. I think we had 6 in the first 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, something like that. So that put us in a hole. I mean, there was not a point where I felt like we were controlling the game, if that's what you're asking, and certainly they had the lead. And, you just got to find ways to get some stops and do a better job. But I don't think we were, we certainly weren't able to do it. I don't know that we understood that was how we had to do it. And, again, they shot, we're not going to win if they shoot 29 free throws and shoot 52% from the line. So from the field, we were fortunate in that they didn't get threes until the last 2 at the end, but they had a lead at that point. And we talked about, you know, there were not had their a few of the shooters were not in there, but obviously they had finishers in there as and good players as well. So that's disappointing. But you know, I mean, we really, you look at it, you know, we shot 43, they shot 47. The free throw line really stands out, and then we go 6 for 11 on the ones we do get.
Any last question for Coach?
Jamie, you hit kind of a silver lining out of today. Micah, 16 points.
Yeah.
I mean, is that something, his offense, is that something that's coming along?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we talked about, actually, as Coach McNeil is what he's talking about, how hard he played in the last game, too, for us defensively and to get him in there more minutes. And, you know, so I think the points stand out a little bit, but I thought he's done some good things and defensively for us, and we see him getting better. So it was good to see. It was good to see for him. He was getting to the back. He gave us some penetration, which really we weren't getting much of. They constantly got in the paint. We didn't. He was the one guy for us that got in the paint and did some good things. You know, we had ended up with 18 assists. I thought we had some things, but you know, a lot of that is because we only got to the line that many times. So, but he did a good job. He was our best at getting in the lane, and that's what we want to do. And he's always been a good defender for us. So we see him progressing, and you know, we just. We've got to, you know, he's the guy that sit out and played well, but we've got to obviously have a lot more guys play better.